Hello my dear practitioners, very good morning. This is Neha and welcome back to the channel. So today it's day 3 of Halasana, which was not actually planned before. I was thinking I'll make only 2 days, but then when I uploaded my second day of Halasana practice, I got few comments from few people. So there were few problems while practicing. They had neck issues and they had hamstring which was tight. So I'm sure some of you might have gone through it. So I've decided to make this video which will help you to address few problems technically which you might be going through when you practice complete Halasana. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so as I was mentioning about Halasana, there are two aspects of it. One is completely about lower body, another upper body. So majorly when you talk about upper body, it is about spine. So you don't need a lot of flexibility in your spine, but then you need a good free neck space. So imagine when you are in Halasana, if you are squeezing your neck, you will end up hurting your neck and you will end up building a bit of stress over it. And second part, lower body. So if your hamstrings are too tight while practicing, then your knee will not be straight when you are in Halasana. Okay. So first we'll work on a bit of hamstring stretches. So if before getting into Halasana, if you could do these stretches, it must be helpful for you. Okay. So we're going to stand straight. Extremely very simple postures which we have done before, but then today to increase the flexibility in your hamstring, we're going to try this. Stand straight, inhale, stomach in, spine straight, exhale, just bend forward, touch the floor, inhale, come up, exhale down, inhale, come up, exhale down, inhale, come up. One more time, exhale down, inhale, come up. You can repeat this few more times if you want. And from here, take your right leg back, okay, spine straight. From your hip joint, you're going to exhale, bend forward. When you bend forward, you can feel the stretch here in your hamstring. This is what exactly you're working on. So hold and come to center. Exhale, bend forward. If you are not comfortable dropping your hands, you can also hold it here. Inhale up, keep your spine straight. Exhale, bend forward. 3, 2, 1 and slowly come to center. We're going to do the same thing the other side. Turn around, spine straight, both the knees straight. From the hip, exhale, bend forward. Either you can drop your hand down or you can hold here. Inhale, come to center. Exhale down, feel the stretch, observe your body. Exhale, bend forward, once again hold. 3, 2, 1, center. And the last one. Keep your both the foot facing forward, spine straight. Now inhale, exhale from the hip again. So remember this hip joint where you're going to move forward and center. I'm sure you must be feeling a good stretch in your hamstring right now. So go down, completely look down. Inhale up. Exhale, hold here. So try not to round your shoulder too much. Open up your shoulder, keep your spine straight. Either you can drop your hands down or hold your knee or your hip joint. Stay here. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come up. Exhale, relax. But by practicing these 3, you can find a good flexibility in your hamstring, which will surely help you in Halasana. Okay. Now let's talk about the neck. So when you are in the posture, if you are already here very relaxed, then obviously you will squeeze your neck. So try to keep your neck up. Okay. Try to move your neck slightly away from the shoulder. All right. So now lie down on your back. Sarvangasana you can always practice with the help of the wall. Okay, I don't have a wall here, so I'm just like trying to show here. There is a video which I've already made on Sarvangasana. I can put the link in the description. You can go through it. That will help you to practice Sarvangasana. Now lift your leg up to 90 degree. From here, come up to Sarvangasana. Okay, so till here you are sure. So here in this posture, try not to squeeze your neck. So the more you open up your chest, the more you lift your knee up, the more you push your upper body towards the ceiling, you will have more space. This versus this. So you can see the posture now. If you are here, your neck doesn't have any space. This is where you will end up hurting your neck. So try to come to a proper Sarvangasana. Push your hip up. Adjust your alignment. See, your body is in a straight line. The moment your body is in straight line, your ankle, your knee, your chest, automatically you will gain a space. From here, slowly drop your legs down. Now, drop only right leg down and hold. This will kind of give you a good space. It won't let you squeeze your neck. So just hold here and shift. So at a time, don't drop your both the legs down initially when you are starting. Use a pillow or a small box. And then eventually you can drop it down. Slowly drop your hip down and drop your heels down. Okay, so now you know exactly where you are going wrong. Unless and until you keep your body in a straight line, your neck is slightly squeezed. Okay, so just take care of that. And soon after that, you are going to practice Matsyasana. Again, I got a comment yesterday saying that even in Matsyasana you get a neck pain. So try to keep your neck as relaxed as possible in this posture, because here you might end up having a slight stress in your neck if your posture is even slightly wrong. Okay, so try to keep your knee bent as I mentioned yesterday. Open up your chest. Okay, when you open up your chest, you're going to move your shoulders away. Now just drop your head down. 1, up, 1, up. So if you think your neck is hurting, don't drop your head down completely. You take a help of your elbow, which is on the floor like this, and look back. Once you are comfortable with that, then you place your crown, your middle part of your head on the floor. And then you release your elbow. So try to keep your neck as relaxed and away from the shoulder. Now, once you want to come out of the posture, don't drag your neck. Drop your elbow down first. Lift your body up with the help of your elbow and then drop it down. Now once you come up, first thing you're going to do, you're going to stretch your neck. Alright, so I think these are the two situations where you will end up having a bit of trouble. If you can work on your hamstring and if you can work on a small detain of your neck while practicing Halasana, you should avoid any kind of a stress. As I've told you, move very slowly, practice with a pillow and practice with a small chair or whatever. So slowly you can decrease the distance and you can get into it. You can take maybe about a week or two to be there. Take it really slow. Always remember, once you are done, try to do a one pranayama and meditation, which will actually help you a lot to increase your flexibility also. Yes, so if you are staying in one posture without movement, and if you take a very deep breathe in and breathe out, this will actually help you to have a bit of flexibility. You can try out practicing this. You can do a simple stretch, take a deep breathe in, breathe out, and then try to move a little ahead. You can see the difference. Keep your breath as long as possible and focus on your body, and I'm sure you will be reaching your asana very soon. So if you have any doubts, write in the comment box. We'll surely reply for that. Thank you so much.